This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with Jon Hein and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey everybody, it's the sexy, beautiful, exquisite Sal Governale right here before your eyes. And on Monday's wrap-up show, we discussed how I get my medications. You know, I have some fake Propecia that I get from India, and we also discussed how I get my doctors. I prefer a hot little Russian, because, you know, if somebody's going to tell you to cough and squeeze your balls, why not make it a hot chick? Hello, yoo-hoo. So check it out.
So let's talk to Sal here about the Propecia you're taking. And Propecia. And, okay, we've had this conversation before.
Right.
Howard and Gary talked about this piece they saw. You know this stuff is horrible for you and will probably do serious damage. Why do you continue to use it?
Well, like anything else in life, there's good restaurants, there's bad restaurants.
Hold on, do you believe? You see, the first thing is I don't think you believe that what you're taking is what they're saying it is.
I tend to believe that what I'm taking happens to be one of the better establishments.
But why?
I don't know.
Okay,
Because it's working. Because people go, wow, my hair is growing. It's working.
That's the other thing too. I always think when people take that, they think it's growing.
People have.
I noticed it before I heard a thing. I was like, wow, was he combing his hair differently? It looked like much thicker.
But look, what's the difference if you went to a doctor in the United States and got Propecia? What's the difference in price?
Well, to me, first of all, I didn't want to go to a doctor because it's kind of embarrassing. You know, I'm going to a doctor, I'm discussing my hair.
You lick Richard's taint on camera. Why would you be embarrassed to get Propecia?
Because licking Richard's taint on camera is funny. It's something I do for a living. But I'm saying to go to a doctor, go through the whole the mechanics of it all. It's just so tedious. I just thought, let me look online. Let me look into this and see what I could do. This website all started with a friend of mine who got some dick pills. And I always thought that these fake...
That's actually what they're called online.
Viagra pills, not growth pills, but erection pills. And I said, no way, because you get those emails all the time. And I'm like... And he got them, and he said, you know what? They really work. I get erections from these pills. I go, wow. And then when I thought about my hair, I said, let me check out this site. And sure enough, they have every pill under the sun, and they had the Propecia, and I ordered it, and it's been working.
But when you say you don't want to go to the doctor or go through all the rigmarole and the mechanics, for Propecia, I would imagine you go in and you go, I like Propecia, and he goes, okay, and he writes your prescription.
I would imagine, but the only doctors I knew about it were like doctors that do hair transplants and whatnot. And I figured
any doctor could
they sit you
prescribe
down
it.
with a salesperson to sit down. Well, maybe you should do this. Maybe I'm like, come on, I can't be bothered. Let me go to India.
When have you ever gone to a doctor and been sat down with a salesperson?
In this case with hair, I definitely think that was the case because
based on what?
Based on me doing it a long time ago. I had a hang up about my hair when I was about 10 years ago, and I went to see somebody. They took 100 pictures of my head.
You didn't go to see a doctor. You went to go see
a hair specialist.
Yeah, that's not a doctor. Go to a fucking doctor.
Yeah, but
how stupid are you? Go to a fucking doctor.
Doctors have nothing to do with hair. I'm going to go to a physician over my hair. It's a cosmetic item. You know, it has nothing to do with it.
Are you afraid of doctors?
No, as a matter of fact, I am engulfed in doctors lately. I'm going to see another one on Wednesday.
When you go there, say to the guy, hey, by the way, can you write me a prescription for Propecia? He'll write it for you.
I don't think doctors can. I don't think a specific, like if you're a cardiologist, you can't write something for an enema.
Yes, you can. You can write whatever the fuck you want. You're a doctor.
Well, I thought there was specifics in medicine.
Sal, how do you choose a doctor? Like, what makes a good doctor?
You said your doctor was good. Why is he good?
First of all, it's a female. She's Russian, and she's really cute, and she was local, so it's 3 for 3.
But really,
I'm not kidding you. I went through the yellow pages.
You got a doctor out of the yellow pages?
Well, not out of the yellow pages. I went to doctors. Yeah, I went to like doctors.com or something like that.
Christ.
Hold on, because I haven't had a normal physician for a long time.
You must have, your friends aren't as nuts as you, I'm going to imagine. So why wouldn't you call a friend and go, hey, you have a doctor that you like? The guy goes, yeah, I've been going to this doctor for 15 years. He or she is great.
But wait, why Russian, not like Jewish or Indian? That's like, I go for female, Jewish, or Chinese, or Jewish.
All of my specialists are Jewish.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt about it. Like, even my good friend says, you know, who's he? Is he Jewish? I go, absolutely. You know, you have to ask, so you
can't always go by the last name.
When you go to Mama Leone's, you know, you may want to, Del Vecchio behind the counter. When you're going for a brain tumor, I go for a Greenstein. That's just me. I personally, I feel more comfortable. So be it. Say what you want.
So you think if you got a Dr. Del Vecchio, for instance, to do your brain tumor, that's not as good?
No, but if he made me steak pizzola, I would love to eat it.
No, but to be serious,
no, I feel more comfortable. But this primary physician I go to, she's a wonderful Russian lady. She's great. I looked online and I looked at something local. I went to see her, and she's absolutely wonderful.
What makes her great?
Right.
Like, what makes her? I understand she may be a very nice person, but
she
what
might be
makes
hot.
What makes her a great doctor?
She sits, and you know what? She doesn't rush me out of there. That's the worst thing that a doctor could do, is rush you out of there. I've been to this one doctor 3 times. He would just, as soon as I walk in, he just write me a prescription and get me out of there. And this one, she sits me down. She does a full physical exam. She takes my blood pressure not once, but twice. She weighs me. She checks my cholesterol. She checks my ATL levels and my liver enzymes and everything else. And then she refers me to other physicians.
She may be a very good doctor. I don't know her from a hole in the wall. But as a general rule, there's nothing wrong with you asking your friends. What's the difference between asking a friend and going through the yellow pages? What is the difference?
There is a major difference.
Yeah, the one your friend knows is a proven entity.
Wait, would you trust Sal's friends?
No, I wouldn't ask Sal.
Why should he?
But exactly, good point, Benji. But no, the doctor that I have is fine. But with the Propecia, again, it's more of a cosmetological type of thing.
But you just made that up. You don't know. Any doctor can prescribe anything, anytime.
I never knew that, and I find that very hard to believe, and that's pretty scary.
Is this
You're saying to me I could go to a proctologist and get something for my shoulder?
Yes.
Is this doctor?
I mean, most of those guys would say. I'm sorry, John. Most of those guys would say maybe you should go see your doctor. But if it's a guy that if you go to your regular doctor, he's been your doctor for 20 years,
right,
he's going to be much broader in what he's going to prescribe for you.
My proctologist gave me LASIK.
No, but I went to my doctor and I said, "Hey,
that's why you look like an asshole."
Can I get some? I said I need Ambien because I'm flying, so he prescribed me Ambien.
Right. Oh, that's good. Well, you know what? I'll go to her because what I did find out, thanks to a couple of emails, thank you very much to the listeners, Proscar, which is a version of Propecia, in a 5 milligram form can be cut up into 1 milligram forms with a razor blade, and I could take it that way. I mean, it's a little,
Is this doctor, Sal, the Russian doctor, aware that you're taking this?
The Propecia, no.
Why don't you tell her?
I really didn't feel a need to tell her. As a matter of fact, I had these symptoms before the Propecia.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If she's such a great doctor, when you filled out your chart, she would have asked you everything you were taking.
She did, and I omitted it. If you omitted it, it doesn't exist.
Why would you omit it?
Because why get into it?
He doesn't want to look like a jerk?
No,
it's embarrassing. She's a cute girl. I got to tell her I'm taking Propecia. Yeah. What,
But when she wants to prescribe you another medicine, right? And that medicine in conjunction with Propecia has some harmful effects. Don't you think your doctor should know that?
Yes, but here's the problem with me. I have a tendency to diagnose myself, and I don't think that the Propecia itself is doing this to me. I really don't. I just don't see it.
Because you got your degree where?
Sachem North.
You don't want to see it. That's what this comes down to. It's working for you, so you don't want to know that it could be killing you.
I don't think it is. Honestly, there's plenty of people who take Propecia
based on
absolutely there's no side effects. It's out there in the market. It's available.
I think what we're saying is we're not sure you're taking Propecia.
That's another issue, right? Now it's apples and oranges. I should be taking the legitimate shit. I'm taking Indian stuff, and I'm going to follow through and get the legitimate Propecia. I tell you,
I'm genuinely worried for you. You may very well be accidentally getting legitimate stuff, and it may be working for you.
Right.
But you're fucking around. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, I had my good buddy Sal in, and I sort of thought he didn't know where Japan was, so I asked him. It turned out I was so right. I found out he also doesn't know what a continent is, thinks Brazil is a continent, and thinks Japan is in the Western Hemisphere. So Sal's right on track. Check it out.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Gary, happy birthday. Long-time listener. Just 2 quick things. One, is there any possible way that Sal is really that fucking retarded? I mean, I honestly, some part of me wants to believe that he is that dumb, but it's got to be an act. There's got to be some kind of act to that, because no one fucking thinks that Japan is in North America. I mean, come on.
It's not an act.
He's not retarded, okay? Sal, you should come down and explain yourself because you can do a much better job than I can. Sal believes that there are certain things you need to know to get through life, and there are other things that you don't. And knowing that Japan, is not part of North America is not one of those things. And when it comes to geography, he is clueless.
We had a great moment in the office. You know, John was sort of quizzing Sal on a bunch of stuff, and he didn't know what was what. He thinks there's 9 continents, the whole deal. But at one point, he turned around to John and I very sincerely, and he said, "Do you think if I got a geography book and I studied, I could pass a test?" And John and I both at the same time went, "No."
Oh, he absolutely could if he studied.
No, he could.
No, he couldn't.
Sal has the absolute great ability to learn.
But Benji, how many times have we had this conversation with him?
If it was for some incentive like money, something he cared about, he would absolutely learn. He has a
No, he would remember it. He would never learn it.
Yeah, he would. It's what's important to you.
Okay. All right. First of all,
but he is not retarded. Let him tell you himself.
Right. Of course I'm not. Wouldn't be here if I was. Well, then again, a lot of retarded people have done great for the show.
I've got tons of retards on the show.
Okay. First of all, I never said Japan was in North America.
Yes, you did. You absolutely said it.
Okay. That was taken out of context.
No, it wasn't.
I said California.
And I said
California is North America. Is in North America.
And you said that Japan was right next to California. And I said, what continent is that? And you said North America. Sal, you said
California.
You said Japan's in North America.
Okay, I'm sorry, but when you said what continent is that, I thought you meant California. The last word.
But if Japan's right next to it, why would
Japan is not in North America? I know that.
You know it now.
No, I always knew that. I know that Japan's not in North America. I know this is the United States of America.
There's enough stuff. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Come on.
Come on. Let's go with Brazil as a continent.
You know, the way it was constructed, the way you posed the question.
We tricked you?
No, I misunderstood because you said, where's Japan? Now, the reason why I thought Japan was near California, I'll give you my reasoning behind this, is because when this goddamn tsunami was coming through, they were evacuating parts of California. Then somebody said on an email or something else that somehow through the tsunami, they figured out, geographers or geologists or whatever they are, that Japan is actually like 8 feet closer to California. Now, I don't know if that was a joke or whatever, but I remember seeing that as well.
8 feet closer to California than what?
I don't know, just 8 feet closer.
Yesterday.
Exactly. That was true. Prior to the tsunami.
That's true.
I'm just saying what I read. Okay, that came out. I think maybe it was a joke, maybe it wasn't. So when you said Japan, what is it close to? I'm thinking tsunami. I'm thinking California is getting fucked. Japan is fucked. If I had to guess any place, you know.
But why would you have to guess? Why would you have to guess something that your youngest son knows in his sleep?
Well, I don't know. He knows it and I don't. What's the fucking difference? You know? He also eats bologna sandwiches and picks his nose.
Well, do you think...
What difference does it make?
He'll outgrow that.
Sal, do you think this kind of stuff is common knowledge? Or do you think
it is common knowledge, and it's an area, again, that I'm not crazy about, but I can retain information. So what did I do? I went back today after you guys were making fun of the fact that I'm not good in geography, and I know there are 7 continents, so I got it down pat.
How do you know there are 7 continents?
Because there are 7, and there's also an argument that there could be 6 because Europe and Asia are close together, and some people call it Eurasia.
No, that's not
an argument. That's an argument.
It is not an argument.
And some people also argue that North America and South America could be one continent as well.
Nobody's ever argued that. Ever.
They do argue it. I know it for a fact.
Is this straight from Wikipedia?
Nope. I actually Googled a few things. I go to Yahoo Questions and Answers and whatnot. I went to a few things. So there are 7 continents, but some people argue that there could be 6 for 2 reasons. Europe and Asia, sometimes it was referred to as Eurasia. Secondly, North America, stop laughing, Gary. North America and South America is sometimes referred to as just as America.
All right, so what are the continents?
North America, South America, Australia, Antarctica, Asia, Africa.
Ooh.
Ran out of fingers.
You always forget this one.
Europe.
Why don't you help him?
And is Antarctica North Pole or South Pole?
If I had to guess, that part I'm not up to, but I'm guessing Antarctica. Well, look, you think Arctic, you think cold, right? You know, the Arctic, the polar bears, cold, North Pole, Santa, all that horse shit, snow. That's what the first thing comes to my mind. So, lucky guess, I'm saying North Pole, but it could be South.
Which one's the hot one?
You realize Santa doesn't really live at the North Pole?
Of course not.
He's a fictitious character.
Yeah, but they're
Gary.
using the Gary, they're using the panorama of snow that consists in the North.
Why are they using the panorama of snow?
Well, Santa's. Look, if you wanted to make up a fictional character, let's say that lived in the Congo, you'd go to Africa, right?
Right.
But it still could be a fictional character, but the Congo still exists.
No, I was working. Why do you say it's a panorama of snow?
Well, the visual of it. I mean, I just, just the, maybe, I don't know what it is. Whatever the fuck it may be. It's just a big pile of snow. Just because Santa doesn't exist does not mean that snow does not exist in the North Pole.
One
Do you
last
consider
question.
Santa to be human?
One last question before we
Sometimes.
one last question.
Not as human as the Easter Bunny.
One last question before we take a break. What is the difference between a country and a continent?
Well, a continent is a large land mass. It's a large, and there's 7 large masses of land that were put together by geologists that call them continents. I mean, geographists or whatever they are. Forget that. They were put together by scientists.
And a country?
A country is within a continent. All continents contain countries. There are countries within continents. For example, the United States is in the continent of North America. So countries are components of a continent.
Well said. Teddy, let's take a break. When we come back, more on this.
I can learn this. I don't care to. It's not getting me ahead in life.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about my little tiff with Lisa G. And also some callers wondered if the Howard TV staff has started to overstep their bounds.
We should start with the big fight that happened towards the end of the show with Lisa G and Greg Carmel, and it turns into this whole thing about who's talking in the green room, and I guess Howard TV wants to interview a guest, and the news wants a guest, and this system that had been worked out apparently is blown up because of the lack of respect between the two of them. But I didn't think, one, Greg, you were going to get so fired up, and two, Lisa would be crying before this thing was over.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was that made Lisa cry. I think it was when Howard talked about how passionate she was, like she got emotional, that she got a huge compliment from her hero.
Yeah, we have that actually. Hit it, Steve.
I respect that both of you take your job so seriously that you want to do a good job. You understand that, Lisa? Mm-hmm. You understand that, Greg? You're both passionate about your job.
I love that.
I love your passion.
I
love that you're professionals, because if Lisa was the type that would lay down and go, all right, I'll do whatever anyone says.
I'll just take whatever your questions
I wouldn't want her around here. I like her get up and go. I like your get up and go.
You're making me cry.
I'm making you cry?
Oh, why are you crying?
Why are you crying? Oh, no. Lisa's crying.
Greg, look at what you did.
You know what? Am I making you cry?
Because I am very passionate about what I do.
That's right.
I don't think I'm respected about that. And I'm sorry if I upset everyone.
The reason you're here is that I respect you. Look at Jason with the camera.
You see what happened, Greg? She showed you, because you're clearly not passionate enough. You didn't cry.
Yeah, I mean, I just really hope that's the true reason, because at no point did I want to make a woman cry. And when Howard indicated that I had been pointing my finger aggressively, granted I was like 30 feet across the room, but it freaked me out because I never want to be associated with any type of aggression.
By the way, that was a moment that I like Lisa, but like to me this illustrates a pet peeve about Lisa. Lisa never said a word about the fingering. She never. Not that she got fingered. That Greg pointed a finger
Ever?
at her. No, I'm sure she has. That's not what I was saying.
You sure about that?
She never objected to it. She didn't even notice it. So Howard goes, "Oh, you shouldn't have pointed." Okay, that's Howard's point of view. And then all of a sudden Lisa goes, "You pointed at me during this argument?" Like, did she really care till Howard brought? Like, does she really care if someone points at her?
She probably should have said, which what I'm getting from that piece of tape is, I got emotional when you complimented me. That's why I cried.
Do you remember when Howard pointed at Penny Crone?
It wasn't Howard. It was John DeBella. It was John DeBella.
Was it?
Yeah, we did a press conference, and it was John DeBella.
Oh, okay.
And he pointed at Penny Crone. Just she was reduced to tears. She
Does
just
it really work?
bawling. I don't know.
I pointed at this chick in the room. That works for us. Not chick.
See, Greg, what I took away from that after Lisa cried, I thought you were implying, and I could be wrong here, that she was crying to get some sympathy.
Absolutely. That's what I thought at first. But then when I came to realize there could be some validity to
But
the
not
fact
only that, even if she's not intentionally do it, it's like, crying equals winning at that point.
Yeah, it's like
for a woman.
Right. You know what it was?
Right.
It's like when a woman cries when she's getting a speeding ticket.
Exactly. I started rolling my eyes. You were dead on, John.
All you could do at that point was like pull down your pants and show that you're a woman and start crying also.
I mean, maybe she was just feeling emotional, and that really did, tug at her heartstrings. But I hope I wasn't the cause of her tears.
Jeff in Ohio, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, can you clarify something for me? Because these TV guys are pissing me off, and maybe I have it all wrong. But what is the pecking order as far as the news department versus the Howard TV guys go? Because my impression is that the TV guys are supposed to be documentarians, period, just quietly, wallflowers, documenting what happens on the show. So shouldn't Greg be documenting the guests and what Lisa's doing?
No, and there really is no pecking order. It goes it's situation by situation. You're right. The TV shows just document what's going on, but we've always had somebody interviewing the guests when they leave the studio for 11 years before we got here. So it was decided when we got here that the pecking order is TV gets to do their thing, and then Howard 100 News gets to do their thing because they have a little bit more latitude to move around.
Well, would you guys agree that the TV guys are getting a little big for their britches, especially Goodstein?
No.
It started.
You asked me if I would agree, and I say no, I don't agree.
It's not that at all, man. I'm not trying to assert myself as some powerful person. I know my role here. I try to stay laid back and talk as minimally as possible. But when someone
But lately it's getting worse, and it started with Goodstein when Benji got banned from breakfast, and Goodstein blatantly overruled Howard. It's just trickle down things happening now. Even lately,
it's a matter of standing up for yourself, man. That's what it comes down to. I've been nothing but nice to her, and we've had a pretty cordial relationship, and everyone has their breaking point.
Stephen in South Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show.
Well, thanks for having me, and I've got to tell you, kudos go out to Greg for standing up to Lisa G. Finally, someone is, because this woman really overemphasizes her importance to the Howard Stern show. You know, she goes on these red carpets. She thinks that she's the queen bee. She goes out with Beth Ostrowski. She thinks that she's in the inn now with Howard and Beth. She's always brown-nosing Howard.
Brings in cookies.
Well, I don't even care about that. And I'm really tired of people like Benji coming out and saying, well, she's got a great body.
Hey, I grew up in South Carolina, man.
Who gives a crap how she looks? She's an annoying bitch. She's really a drama queen. The dating advice book, what a joke that was. Her sign-off, Howard had to reprimand her about that because there's always Lisa G. It's not about Lisa G. It's the Howard Stern show. And frankly, a little less Lisa G would make things a lot better. And a happy birthday to Sam Lee also.
All right. Thank you, Stephen. Not a Lisa G fan. Do you think Lisa got taken down a couple pegs here today?
No, I think they disagreed on something, and Greg stood his ground. I don't think this was a TV versus Howard 100 News thing. I don't think this was a Greg versus Lisa thing. This was a sort of, I got to do my job and you're messing with my job. I don't think anybody's looking to take Lisa down. By the way, Lisa's, she's got a very distinct thing that she does here, and all that stuff that guy said that she does it really well. She should be on the red carpet. I don't know that Langford works on the red carpet any more than Lisa works in the Elliot Offen courtroom. You know what I mean?
Hello, Ralph Sorella.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, I just want to point out something with this Lisa and Greg thing. Is somebody, maybe it was Greg, said, like Lisa gets all amped up when it's an A-lister and not when it's so much Jeff the Vomit guy. But I think part of the reason maybe she's getting amped up is she's got an A-lister has limited time, and she's trying. And she said this, sometimes when people argue, they don't listen to each other. She said, "I'm trying to squeeze my questions in because this person's going to run out." Jeff the Vomit guy's not going anywhere. He's going to stay all day. You have to throw him out.
Yeah, but Ralph, to answer that question, she doesn't even approach Jeff the Vomit guy. She just tags along to me. But when it's an A-lister, she feels the need to have, "Hi, I'm Lisa G. I'm from the news." There's just this personal need to be there.
Yeah, but why should that even bother you?
Because Ralph, you don't know the whole process. You don't know where the tape goes.
No,
you don't know why
that's fair to say. But I'm just saying, as an outsider, maybe I have a different perspective. And in fact, why should that bother you? Like, her thing is, and we've talked about this. Steve Langford does the news things, and she is more of the celebrity kind of person. So that's when she comes in and gets.
It's an approach and a respect and a protocol that's been established a long time ago, and I think we generally work really well together, everyone, with all the different things that we need to get. But when someone keeps stepping on you and keeps stepping on you, and there's been an established way to do things, you're going to snap inevitably. And I honestly bit my tongue for 5 years, and when I did speak to her, I was very calm, and it just kept creeping back. So, I mean, I admittedly lost it.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, there was a lot of talk about bad breath in the office. Some of the staff may not be aware that they have this bad breath, and Howard pointed out a few things to JD that maybe would improve his breath. And we also talked about the new Richard Christie getting rid of his porn and all that. So check it out.
Now, did you guys notice the smell in JD's office that Howard was referring to?
I don't get into JD's office. I don't think I ever walk into it too much. And usually when I do, it's after the show, and it usually smells like Wendy's or Burger King or McDonald's.
Ronnie, how about you?
Well, he's always got food in there, so it could be the food. He's got Doritos in there a lot of times, and they stink. So it could stink up the whole room. He keeps the door closed. So it could be Doritos.
Are you going to follow Howard's regimen that he outlined for you and brush more? And
I'm going to try to, yeah.
Use the toothpicks?
Dude, you don't think it's the Doritos? You think it's
I don't know what it is.
Stinky mouth or what?
I don't know what it is.
Has anyone told you that your breath bothered them besides Will, who came in and told you point blank?
No, which is...
But JD, there was an issue at one time, right? And I thought it had been fixed.
Well, I don't... I try, That's all I can do.
You also mentioned you noticed Will's breath not being so great.
You know what? I'll take the high road and just not comment any further on that.
So that means you meant it.
Huh? Not everyone's breath is great around here. Apparently mine.
Gary, you used to get abused for that, but that seemed to have gone away on the show.
Yeah, I stopped eating garlic and smoking. It helped quite a bit.
I try not to get too close to people just so this issue doesn't come up, but apparently I've been getting a little too close to people.
Hey, who has the best breath here, do you think?
I don't think about it.
Jon Hein actually has really nice, sweet breath.
Never.
How do you know?
Because we get real close when we talk.
No one's ever struck me as having particularly beautiful breath around here. But the question is, has you guys
does that
noticed that no one has struck me as having particular? What is?
You got something to say about somebody? Say it.
What are you looking for?
No, I'm looking for a real answer. Obviously. Somebody stinks around here, and you got nothing to say.
Who said that?
I don't. The way you said it, dude.
What are you talking about?
No, because you wrote people into.
I was leading into my next question.
No, you lead people. That's what you do to people. You lead people in. Now you let yourself in. Let it out. Who stinks?
What did I lead myself into? I said no one has.
Conspiracy theories.
Benji asked me if anybody has great breath around here.
Okay, John. Afraid to open your mouth, aren't you?
Anyway, not at all.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Ronnie, your breath's horrible.
Thank you.
I got to tell you. No, but my question was going to be, do you notice anybody else like smelling around here? Or is there a particular scent? I know others have been accused of it before, but have you noticed anybody?
Hey, John, do you notice anybody who stinks?
Let's see. Jason from time to time. JD once in a while, but I would tell him. Other than that, no, not really. You?
No, not really.
Not in Scott's room? I know you guys keep that
not at
door
all.
closed a lot.
No,
the best breath is if you don't smell it at all. You shouldn't smell somebody's sweet breath or bad breath. You just shouldn't notice it.
I like John's sweet breath. But the smokers you can smell sometimes.
Yeah,
that's true.
You know who I get a whiff of all the time?
Sal?
Oh, Shuli. If Shuli comes in to interview me, no, it doesn't have bad breath. The only time I can tell if Shuli just literally came up from downstairs having a cigarette, I can tell there's almost the smoke is still coming out.
I don't think it's his breath, Gary. I think it's his clothes.
Oh, really?
His clothes smell from smoke.
Yeah.
What about Richard? I think Richard's cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, Richard. Yeah, we should talk about that.
I
one
try
day.
not to get close. To
Richard's
him.
a whole different guy now. He's wearing nicer clothes. He takes showers. He doesn't do weird shit in the studio anymore. His porn's open, put in storage.
Yeah, he lost a ton of weight.
Yeah,
he got rid of all that porn in his office.
Is this the married Richard Christie? Is that where this is coming from?
He threw out all the DVDs. They had a library of DVDs in that office that had to be 200 or 300, and they threw them all away under the premise that nobody watches DVDs anymore.
No, but that's true. Like everything's on the internet. Like
that's what Richard said. Everything's on the internet.
Like it's like it's just a waste.
But I mean, some of that stuff was
it's a waste. It's such a pain in the ass to put in a DVD when you can just you can look up anything on the internet.
I'd rather watch it on a 61-inch TV than a little monitor. Sorry.
Well, you could still do that.
JD, do you think Richard's a different guy?
I think so. I mean, I haven't hung out with it. Listen, he still drinks.
Oh my God!
Quite a lot.
You know
That'll
what they
never
did?
change.
You know what they did last night, or Tuesday night? He goes, "Yeah, I got to watch what I'm eating because we're going to a champagne tasting event." I'm like, on a fucking Tuesday night. He's like, "Yeah."
I love Richard. Like really, I just like him so much, but I've never connected with him. Like even when he said he was jerking off, it was like once a week. He never has struck me as a really sexual person. Like he went 10 years without having sex, like all through his 20s.
Well, he had that hard drive collection of every porn
I know,
star
but
in the
I
world.
think it was more funny than he was really getting off on.
No, he was, but the thing was that he was. I disagree with that. I go the exact opposite way. He was so into it that he would save up for a week so that when he did it, and he had this whole experience going where he'd shut the door and lock the doors and get all the video on, where it would be such an amazing experience because he did it less.
I don't know, but could you guys wait a week other than John? Could you guys wait a week without orgasming?
No.
Yeah, I can.
And you'd feel okay about it after, like, literally after a day? Like, you don't get, like, start feeling it?
There's no timetable for how horny I get. Sometimes it's 3 days in a row, and sometimes the week goes by.
Cliff in New York, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, you guys tell me that Richard took all the porn out of his office?
Yes.
He did. That's and I know he lost all that weight, and he's dressing nicer and all that.
Well, dressing nicer than when he got here, 8 or 9 years ago.
His hair's cut short.
Damn, I don't know. Richard's the man. He cracks me up every time he's on that show.
He seems more into his fish than anything now.
Oh, he loves that little fish.
Oh, yes, he does.
What's the name of the fish again?
Rusty.
Oh, yeah, their grandson's name.
That's how he calls it. Hey, Rusty. How you doing, Rusty?
He called me in last week. He goes, "Watch." He holds the food, and in his mind, the fish jumps out of the water. I don't know if it does, if it actually takes the food out of his hand. But he says he's got his beta fish trained to eat out of his hand.
Yeah, I don't want to be around here when Rusty isn't with us anymore, 'cause that's going to be a very sad day in that office.
By the way, Sal working the board for Fred today.
Yeah.
Hello, you.
Sal and Jim, some sort of combination of those two.
It takes two people to replace Fred.
replace Fred, evidently.
Idiot.
But Fred freaked out over our win on
he was very happy.
there was a death of Fred's family. I don't know how much he wants me to get into it, so
right.
With him, you got to be careful.
We'll let him tell the story. He's
Right.
just out because of a family situation.
Boy, it's weird not having Fred here. I think I like having Fred here because I don't worry when Fred is here. I don't think about that side of the room.
That's right.
Are you guys all right over there? It's amazingly quiet, too. It's weird. Sal, you under control over there?
Yeah. It's just a little overwhelming at first. There's so many sound effects, and this is a completely different system. But, yeah, we got it down. I figured less is more.
I realize I'm entrusting this to Sal, who's, like I heard him on the wrap-up show yesterday. I don't know if you were there.
I was there.
I mean, Sal still can't comprehend what within three means.
That was the best. Listening to the theories that were going through his head.
You want to hear some disturbing radio. Now, I guess most people listen to the wrap-up show who are fans of this channel. But really, I mean, this is wild. I missed the wrap-up show yesterday. And Sal, what the fuck's going on with you? I mean, you did score 102 on the IQ test, which is...
Yeah, and I got an 86 on the Series 7 exam, which is a very difficult exam.
Yeah,
but you may have been answering the questions. You got the question right, but you don't know why.
Yeah, he completely... You know what it is? It's sad.
You're an idiot.
He can't comprehend...
Is Fred here?
He can't even comprehend what was within three.
Yeah.
The question on the Newly Weird game was, within three, how many people will your partner say you slept with?
Right. But
it's like Sal just doesn't get what within three means.
And 5 people understood it without any explanation.
Yeah, I mean, it's really sad because it's like when you interview Gary the retard, you understand the guy's born retarded, and he doesn't understand that when he goes in our green room, he's not on the moon. We told him it was the moon, and he thought it was the moon because we brought him there in a garbage pail, and he thought it was a rocket ship.
Yeah, he thought he had gone into outer space.
And quite frankly, I mean, you understand that the guy's retarded.
Can I leave now?
Yeah, but you're in a weird... Yes, you can leave. Sal's in fact, it's a weird energy with Sal in here, but it was weird. Like he doesn't understand within 3.
I do understand within 3. The thing is that within 3 people...
Well, now it's been explained to you 500 times.
Yeah, but...
Listen to him on the wrap-up show rather briefly. It's insane.
The way it was worded, within 3 immediately, the first thing that came to my mind was within 3, does that mean because we're all married, we're not going any further than 3? In other words, are we staying within 1, 2, and 3?
Wait, I still don't. Do you guys understand what that means?
No, explain that. I really don't understand.
How did they get one answer?
JD says, within 3, how many women have you been with? And I'm like, within 3? Like within 1 woman, 2 women, or 3 women? Within 3.
Oh, so you thought the answer could only be 1, 2, or 3?
Within 3. Right.
Okay.
1, 2, or 3. I put out 3 wooden blocks. I go, John, pick one within this 3.
Get Gary the retard on the phone. Maybe he can help us out.
He thought 3 was the universe.
Okay, now, and I'm thinking, okay, we're all married, and I guess they say within 3 we can assume 1 because we're all married, and nobody wants to go overboard and think that, hey, wait a minute, I didn't fuck more than 3 women. So then Howard goes 30. I go 30.
So now what are you thinking?
Now I'm thinking it's like what is it called? Like increments of 3. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, multiples of 3.
Wow.
So I'm like, wait a minute now, because he said 30, but then Fred's put 50
You're
up.
putting way too much thought into it.
I know.
You're just like, within 3, now it's multiples of 3.
Well, first there's a little pressure because it's a game.
Dude, I mean, your comprehension is so low. Do you read books at all?
It's not low comprehension. I think I just
Do you
have...
ever read anything?
I do read.
Be honest.
Yeah, I just read
Does everything just seem confusing to you?
Nothing seems confusing at all.
Bullshit.
Even that wasn't confusing. It just was. It seemed more like a curveball because he didn't have the word within 3 people. So within 3, it was so vague. I didn't get it.
It was very vague.
It's almost like he could have had sex with something other than people.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I mean, how do you get through life when you don't understand within 3 how many people did you sleep with?
I don't know.
Would have been great if Sal went first and had to answer the question.
That was my thought. You know, if JD had been rotating the starters,
He might have gone first.
He might have gotten that question first.
Right.
And really, we would have had a great time with
And then he wouldn't have heard 30.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had any ability to jump around because he didn't hear any answers.
I got to tell you, Sal, there's a lot of times, like, there's just certain information I don't know. You can't know everything, and it's embarrassing when you don't know it, but that's pretty wild. I feel bad for you.
Don't feel bad for me.
I kind of do.
It's just one of those odd things.
I don't know how you feed a family. I mean, it's unbelievable. If you don't know within 3, good Lord.
Within 3 brain cells, I guess. You fucking moron.
It just sucks, And I know he probably can't read because probably everything's like, why is it so complicated when they write stuff?
Well, he says, he doesn't want to be bothered with facts because you have to read them.
Right.
I do read, though. I just
What do you read?
I read The Dirt by Motley Crue.
Yeah.
That was a very good book. Okay. I'm reading The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama.
Are you really?
Yeah.
The Art of Happiness?
Yes, by the Dalai Lama.
Wow. Why would you think the Dalai Lama knows anything?
I don't know. He seems pretty happy. The guy's hanging out in a fucking robe all day, and he doesn't give a shit about anything.
He was born into it. It's like being born the King of England.
People are fascinated by his happiness, considering the man was tortured and he was in prison for so long, and yet he still finds the good things in life. And I said, wow, if this guy can find happiness, I'm sure I can.
Right. I can find happiness for you for 2 seconds to get a divorce. I'd be happy as a clam.
I was going to say, the Dalai Lama isn't married.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
So can you tell me anything about The Art of Happiness? What makes what did you learn from it?
The Art of Happiness, basically, it all comes down to compassion, having compassion for people. The kinder you are to people, the more you feed your spirit and your soul, and the happier you will be.
And you've applied this? Have you been kinder to other people and understand other people?
I try not to curse out people as much. Like, I'll take a deep breath. If somebody cuts me off on the road, I try to see the better things in people.
Look at Sal. Learning from a book.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
So I do read, and I'm,
all right.
There's your answer.
All right, here's Sal still trying to figure out what it means to say within 3.
Sal, 50, you're thinking, okay, it can't be a multiple of 3 now.
And it can't be within 3, 1, 2, and 3.
So what
is it now?
Three people amongst 3 people. Which makes no sense.
So do you mean the total of 3 people? Like you bang 10, he banged 20, she banged 30, and it adds up? Or?
Between what you know,
Sal's wife and the emotional friend.
There you go. Between Richard, the person who's given the number,
right.
Between me.
I still claim Sal probably thought The Art of Happiness was a coloring book. You know what I mean? There's no way he bought that thinking it was about the Dalai Lama's life.
Well, the best thing is that when he finally answers, he thinks he's wrong because he still doesn't understand the question.
Well, he answers the question sort of like waiting for you to say something so he can figure out what to say.
No, I mean, even after, because we said, so you gave an answer, you got the question right. What was that based on? He goes, well, I still thought I was wrong. And then everybody said I was right.
And between, let's say, my spouse. In other words, would we all mutually know the number? That's the only thing I could rationalize. Within us 3 people, will we all mutually know the number of people that I've had sex?
Oh, within 3.
Right.
Within those 3 people. What number will they think everyone knows?
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. Don't vote for Sal for president.
But then when somebody said 50 and somebody said 30,
that's number 3. My first rationalization was within 3, 1, 2, or 3.
It would be great if Sal ran for president, had to be in a debate.
I would love it.
Once Howard said 30, I said, oh my God, it must be multiples of 3. Then Fred said 50, I go, it must be within 3 people knowing. Me, myself, my wife, myself, and the person giving the answer.
But how do you get to 50 from that?
I don't know. I was so thrown off. That's a good point. It's
wow. Just like 10 more IQ points, and he'd understand that question. He's only at 102. So at 102, you don't understand what within 3 means.
Within 3.
Wow.
I do understand what it means.
Bobo. Hey, you scored in the 80s on the IQ test.
I scored 89. He makes me look like a fucking genius.
You understood within 3?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And this rant went on for 13 minutes, I think, yesterday on that show.
Explain within 3, Bobo.
Within 3 people. Period.
Within 3 people what?
Within 3 people. That's it, period.
No, explain it. Explain it. Bobo, explain it.
Well, he said within 3 people, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. And who do you slept with or anything like that? So you say within 3 people. Is it 2, 1?
So he doesn't understand.
He doesn't understand it either.
It's not more than 3. No, it's not more than 3. It's within 3. Within 3. 1 to 3. What's so hard?
I'm not sure he understands it.
He doesn't.
Or he does not understand it.
Bobo, within 3, how many people did you sleep with?
2. Okay? It's not more than 3.
All right.
Within 3.
So Bobo, what was Bobo's score? 80 something? What was his score?
He was 87 or something.
Okay, between 87 and 102, you can't understand within 3.
Bobo's answer is he slept with 2 women because it's within 3.
That's right.
Bobo, you're as big an idiot as he is.
Oh, fuck you.
What'd you say?
I said fuck you, too.
Didn't Fred say something about 30 or something like that? He go, wow.
Fred's an idiot because...
That's right. How could he get it right?
That's not within 3.
Right.
Right. What a dummy. Holy mackerel. Poor Bobo and Sal don't know what that means.
Hey, Howard, though.
How are these guys functioning?
It's easy to function, apparently, in our society.
Bobo, within 3, how many people look at your hair and believe it's real?
Maybe 1 person a day.
I think 0 is the answer. That's within 3, isn't it?
That's it.
Mine is 40. Gary, that is unbelievable.
Well, it's unbelievable that he called in to say how stupid Sal is, and he thinks it's the same thought process. I've never in my life heard anybody not understand what that means.
Well,
and then now I've met 2 people.
So anyone between 87 and 102. Now, let me ask you, somebody with an IQ of 103, do they start to understand what within 3 means?
We got to find out the cutoff point.
Which
JD's 106, and he totally got it.
He got it.
He got it.
Yeah. Wow. So if Sal just had 4 more IQ points, he would understand that this is the simplest concept ever. And Bobo would understand that if he went up another 20 points or so.
Yeah, he needs a lot of points to
needs
understand.
A lot of points. Come on.
You need 15 to get to Sal.
Yeah. No, Bobo, you're as big an idiot as Sal, maybe worse. You don't understand it.
No, I do, man. Within 3.
You called in.
More than 3.
You called in to say how dumb Sal is, and you're as dumb as Sal.
Yeah, but wait a minute. The term within 3, that means within 3 of something, all right?
That's true.
So how could it be more than 3?
Right. So in other words,
2,
when we say
1.
within 3, how many people did you sleep with? It's the answer's got to either be 1, 2, or 3, right?
Exactly.
So I'm the idiot for saying 30, right?
Of course.
Of course. So I'm stupid.
Well, where does 30 come in the mix?
Wow. Man, oh man, oh man.
I mean, okay, Bobo, forget the within 3 part. How many people have you slept with?
Total.
Oh, okay. That's different. That's a broad question.
Of course.
Okay.
Very different.
That's a broad question.
How many would you say?
If you said how many people I've slept with, probably about in my lifetime, I would say, and this is an honest answer, maybe about 25.
Okay. Now, within 3, how many did you sleep with?
Within 3?
Yeah.
How could it be that?
I know you
now,
slept
look
with
at
25.
you're messing up,
I know
Howard.
you slept with 25 women, but within 3, how many did you sleep with?
Oh, if you said within 3 women, and then I would say 2.
There you go.
No, the answer would be...
No, don't tell him the answer. Wait.
May I jump in for a second? Sal, could you explain? Can you explain it from here on?
If you slept with 25 people, within 3 would either be 28 or 22.
See, he finally
There
got
you
it.
go. Somebody talked to him
Well,
about
no,
that.
well, everybody did.
Nobody talked to me because...
Sal, you couldn't explain it on the show.
Because JD left out the word people.
He did not.
He said within 3. How many people have you slept with? He should have said within
There's
3.
the people. How many people?
Within 3 people. How many people have you slept with?
Bobo, the answer
I'm
is...
argue this right now.
All right,
All right, go on. Let him argue.
Go ahead.
You should have said within 3 of the 25 people. All right? Then I would
know
have
you
said
slept with 25.
22.
Bobo, the answer to within 3, how many people did you sleep with? The answer is...
25.
What?
Within the 25 people, then I would have said 23.
Oh, the answer would still be 25. How can I ever make him see this?
I love this guy. He makes me look smart.
Bobo, thank you.
Listen,
You're so right about Sal being dumb.
Listen, there's an upcoming Whack Pack special on Howard TV, so you got to see that.
We look forward to it.
Okay.
We love Howard TV. There's a couple of specials coming up on Howard TV, which is
for the super fan.
Unbelievable stuff coming up, especially behind the scenes. Lady Gaga is very good too. I just saw an advanced copy of that. So there's a lot of good stuff. All right, Bobo, within 3, what page of Art of Happiness are you on? You must be reading that too.
What? No. Actually, when I'm reading,
You two, by the way, you two don't need Art of Happiness. You guys need a basic math book. Something that just deals with logic.
Yeah, start with basic math.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing though? It's just changing the gears a little bit. But yesterday's shares, right, in the very building that you guys do your show in, it closed at $40 and change, and meanwhile Sirius is in the toilet.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about a Bobo, Sal, and Gary the Retard book club where they all report what book they're reading?
I would love that.
Yeah, they
I
can
read books.
That'd be a good Howard 101 special.
What kind of books do you read, Bobo?
I read, say Donald Trump book, Get Rich Quick.
Did it work? I think
did all right for myself.
I think in order to get rich quick the Donald Trump way, you got to know what within 3 means. Because when he negotiates and stuff, he knows within 3 Donald Trump. I can tell you that.
I retired at 56. Got to have something right.
Right. Thank you, Bobo.
He's probably 28. He thinks he's 56.
Within 3, how old are you?
Yeah. Oh, there he goes again.
It's hard to stump you. Within 3, how old are you?
58.
How old are you for real, though?
Huh?
How old are you for real?
58.
Right. Okay, he's getting it.
Yeah.
Within 3, how many wheels on a car?
4.
Okay. Now you learned something. All right, Bobo. Now you sound like a genius.
See, we pick up a little bit slow, but we get it.
All right. Thank you, Bobo. I still claim he doesn't.
But he
get
was laughing for 24 hours at Sal.
it. Yeah. Oh, he couldn't wait. His first phone call this morning was how dumb Sal is. And what an idiot.
Jesus.
When you said 7, do you know which theory you were using?
Is Bobo still there?
No, I just.
What is 7? What is it?
Why? What were you going to ask him?
No, we just found out, Bobo freaks out when you don't pick up his call.
Yeah.
So he's been calling for like a month and you haven't picked up.
Oh.
And he's been so freaked out that he's been going down to a dock, down to the water, and calling from a phone at the water because he feels it's a more peaceful place. He needs to be in a more peaceful place when he calls. So Will says
get him back on the
So
phone.
Will says like when he calls, you hear like the birds, and the boats going by. He has to go to a special place to call you.
Hey, Will, get him back on the phone real quick. Stay here, Gary. We got to discuss this with Bobo. Holy mackerel! So he gets so full of anxiety that I haven't picked up his phone call that he decided, let's change venues.
Right.
He'll call into the show from a dock so that the water will calm him and the birds and the whole setting.
Exactly.
Okay. You think that's dumb, Sal?
I don't know. No comment.
Sal doesn't want to comment.
Yeah. Maybe we can't get in touch with Bubba because he's at the dock. And he
That's
probably
right. How can we get to the phone?
I'm putting him up right now.
Okay. Probably has poor reception. What line?
He's on line 20.
Thanks.
Within 3.
Bobo, are you at the dock now?
I'm at the dock right now, yeah.
We can hear the tugboats.
What's left of my dock.
So you get up
It's
early in the
destroyed.
morning and leave home to make this call?
Yes.
What
I
time
leave
do you
home.
get up to make your phone call?
I get up at 5:10, take a shower and everything. I'm out the door, and then I go down to the docks.
How long does it take you to get to the dock?
It's like 3.5 minutes. I live almost right on the water.
Do you walk to it or you drive?
No, I drive.
You drive to the dock, and then by 6 a.m. when we start the show, you're already on your
I have
cell.
to be here.
You have to- right, and you're on your cell phone on hold, waiting to get on.
That's right.
Now, how many weeks into me not picking up your phone calls did you decide, you know what, maybe going to the dock will relax me?
Oh, yeah. No, that's why I come here. I come here to get
Within
relaxed.
how many weeks? Now, what happened? I mean, how many weeks went by without me answering your phone call?
I would say it was today's, the 13 days.
13 days. So,
yes.
13 days. Within the 13 days, when do you start to panic and say, I need to go down to the dock?
Oh, my God. After the first day.
After the first day.
Yeah, I go into a bad place, yeah.
Is it weird for you to? I know they have like a lot of wildlife. Does a seagull ever think your hair is a nest and try to lay eggs in
I
there?
got attacked down here. I have to stay with the air conditioning in the car running.
Because what? Birds try to land in your hair?
Those fucking birds here, they went to attack me.
Well, don't you
some
know?
asshole fed them with breadcrumbs or something. They all attacked me one day.
Yeah, but you've got that hair that a bird doesn't know that that's supposed to be hair. They think it's a
That's
nest.
some place to lay eggs.
Yeah, they want to raise a family.
You know, it was the worst thing. Some of my questions blew away. Went right into the fucking water.
Do you write your questions before you get to the dock or while you're at the dock?
Oh no. There's a whole process.
I
have to go down to the. Well, I get inspired by the water. Like boats going by, and
Right.
yeah, the whole. It's very serene out here.
So
the
today, when
houses-
you were staring at the boat, you said, "I'll call in and say Sal's an idiot."
No, I actually had that before. Listening to the show yesterday, wrap-up show.
All right, so that came to you before you got to the dock.
Right, but most of the stuff, the Bobo Shrine now is under construction.
So you've sat at the dock for 4 hours because sometimes I don't pick up.
Oh yeah, easily.
Right, so you just sit there all day waiting to get on the air.
Right.
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 And then when you're done with the call, you leave the dock or do you stay there?
No, I leave the dock. I go on with my day.
Right.
And this has to happen every day when you're on.
Now, if Howard doesn't pick up, you stay on hold the whole time?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why sometimes you say, "Bobo, I haven't heard you." What do you mean you haven't heard me? I call up every day.
Wow.
I'm on hold every day.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I would just go down to this dock just to watch Bobo and do this whole ritual.
Well, actually, no one was supposed to know except for Marianne from Brooklyn. She knew from when I was up at the show.
Yeah, right.
The Whack Pack special.
You know anything about this, Marianne?
Howard. I was sitting up at the studio, and he said, "Well, what do you do?" I said, "Well, I clean my house. I call Howard." And I go, "What do you do, Bobo?" He goes, "I go to the dock at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I take notes, and I sit there for 4 hours in an air-conditioned car." And I said, "Bobo, I can't believe it." I cannot believe it. So I feel like I broke the story, Howard. But wait, you want to talk about dumb? Me and him were in the elevator at Sirius. We pressed the button. We went down. We were talking. We came back up. We got out. And I go, Ham Hands, how'd you get down here so quick? We were both stuck in the elevator. We didn't know. We didn't
Three times. Three times we were talking.
So much, Howard.
All right. I've had it with her.
I know, but what they're saying is they never pressed the button, I don't think, and they kept opening the door on the same floor, and they didn't know it.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. Was that the story? I mean, between that fake laugh, I didn't know. I didn't know what was
the show was over after doing a round table. We walk out, and Jason goes, come on, you guys got to go. So we go into the elevator, and her and I started bullshitting. And next thing, the door's shut, and we're talking in there 5 minutes. The door opens, and we come out and say, hey, wait a minute, how'd you guys get down here so fast? Meanwhile, we never left the floor. So then we closed the door, and we stood there again talking. We come out, open the doors, we're still at the same floor.
How many times can that happen before you guys figure out what's going on?
Well, then I pressed it, and then somehow the elevator, someone must have hit it back up again. So I said, oh, we're going down, Mary. And she goes, I don't know. And then someone must have hit it on the outside, brought us back up, and we walked out on the floor for a third time.
I want people to know that, Nobel Prize winners...
do listen.
Yeah. I mean, I got a beautiful note about the Lars Ulrich. How do you say it, Ulrich?
Ulrich.
The Lars Ulrich interview from Barry Levinson, who's a renowned film director and genius. I just want people to know that while you're listening to this.
And poor Barry is listening to Bobo now.
Right. Let's go to Chris. Chris, you're on the air in Lisbon, Connecticut.
Hey, Howard, how you doing? Fucking Bobo trying to make fun of Sal is hilarious. He's like 5 IQ points away from not even being able to dress himself in the morning. But what I wanted to say, Sal is hilarious. He'll say something to try to get his point across, and then Gary or John will say like the exact opposite thing or the right thing, and he'll be like, right.
Right. Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
He's not even listening to what anyone else is saying. He just says shit. It's hilarious.
Can't comprehend it. Yeah. Let's go to Mike. Mike, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, what's up, bro? Listen, why don't we just change Bobo's name to Dodo?
Dildo. Oh, Dodo. Dodo's on the phone, Robin. You're going to know who I mean? Dodo.
Hey, Howard, now everybody knows all the fans are coming down here. They're all hitting the horn and everything. Now they all know where I am.
Oh,
they're going to disturb your peace.
Oh, man. How am I going to write down here?
Right. What is he writing?
His questions. Yeah, well, he wants peace and quiet when he writes his questions.
So
Dodo, enjoy your day. I got to split. I'll talk to you later.
Right, later, Mike.
I just wonder what the card said about Sal.
It was a big card. It said, call Howard and tell him Sal is stupid. You guys should write a book called The Art of Stupidity, and then it would be a huge seller with our fans. All right, Bobo, thank you.
All right, man.
Bobo down at the dock.
Yeah,
and the birds attack him.
Well, and probably in the wintertime, I'll probably go back into the shrine again.
Right. Okay, Bobo.
It's too cold. Okay.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, why spend 4 hours indoors when you can be in a car in air conditioning and stare at the water? Bobo has a water view.
He's got water in his head. He's always viewing water.
All righty, I got to take a break.
Joe Frazier dead at the age of 67. He passed away yesterday after a battle with cancer. He was a great fighter and had 3 legendary fights with Muhammad Ali.
Knocked Ali on his ass. Legendary left hook, right? He had a very strong...
Yeah, nobody ever saw that one coming.
Yeah.
Boxing was always a huge deal in my house. My father always watched the fights, and I remember being in 4th grade. It was the first Ali-Frazier fight, which I couldn't see. But, when I started working on the show, and we got Joe Frazier to come on the show, I was excited because Joe was a huge deal. He was one of the great boxers of my generation. Ali was the greatest, but you always need a great opponent to show how great you are. That was, Frazier was that for Ali, so I loved having Joe Frazier on the show.
I think a true boxing fan would say that boxing skills, strictly boxing skills, and a powerful left hook, Frazier might have it over him.
Of course he does.
Ability-wise.
I just watched a documentary about the last fight between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. And there were a lot of things at the time I was growing up that I didn't know about Joe Frazier that I have learned in the interim. And he really was an incredibly generous guy, a guy who loved people, and he loved being a star, and he was incredibly unrecognized.
People say you're a soft touch, that whoever needed help, you would just give them your money.
That's right, whatever.
And now
if I think he's worth it. I love people.
You do. You like greeting the people, talking to them. You're a champion, and that's it.
The one thing that always came through with Joe that I found interesting was he really never got over the fact that he didn't get the respect he deserved, especially from Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali has said, if your manager hadn't thrown in the towel, he doubts he could have gotten up to finish the fight. It was the only thing that saved him was you throwing in the towel. And you didn't want to throw in any towel. No. Some doctor said that if you took another punch, your brain would explode. Yeah, and you said, fuck that, I'm going in the ring. Would you fight Muhammad Ali right now? Why not? Why don't we set it up? Kick that motherfucker's ass once and for all.
Fight number 4?
Fight number 4. Thriller Manila, right here. I'll set it up.
Joe Frazier was one of the greatest boxers, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. I remember being a kid, watching those fights with Ali, and he was the only guy who could really stand toe-to-toe with Ali. But those fights, man, were just legendary. And the great thing about Joe Frazier wasn't only his boxing acumen, but he was a real personality, which is no small feat because Ali was such a big personality with the rhyming and all the things that he did. But Joe was just a funny guy who had a great sense of humor, and when he came on the show, you got to see that side of him in a lot of ways.
I said, this scam booger is talking about me like...
Say it.
He don't like me.
Holy mackerel.
I said, give me the power.
Yeah.
The energy to know how to kill that scam booger.
Ali is, the greatest of all time. I still say he's the greatest of all time, but Joe Frazier is pretty damn close to that.
A gorilla and made
that was after.
That was after.
Yeah, before was
that
when
was
the money
after,
came.
and then he
After he called him a gorilla.
Joe has been such a great guest on our show over the years.
A great friend to the show.
He is. He's the greatest. And I told you, he's the greatest boxer of all time, and he's the greatest guy of all time. Robin's in love with Muhammad Ali.
Oh, stop
She's over there looking at his magic tricks, telling him he's a genius.
Yes.
He was doing magic tricks for her.
Told me you give it. I say it's too goddamn late for them tricks now, man. You should have had them tricks.
He was trying to
have them tricks 20 years ago.
He was trying
to that left hook way, you know what I mean?
He was trying to show you the magic trick.
Yeah, he was trying. I tell him it's too late.
It's too late. No magic.
Well, every time Joe Frazier came in, he always said hello to me and hugged me like he knew me, but I'm pretty sure he didn't know my name and never remember me. But he was such a nice guy. His entourage was great. I loved his son Marvis. I loved his nephew that turned out to not really be his nephew. Tyrone used to come in a lot, and all the people that were with him. We're really just a nice group of people.
That's right. Let me sing the praises of the Lord off key. Thank you. Now go ahead, Marvis. Take over.
Well, Lord is good, man. He woke us up this morning. Howard, he gave us a new day. Look how God has blessed you.
Marvis, you preach like you box.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell is going on over there?
Yeah.
You got to get in the ring, man. You're putting me to sleep.
Joe Frazier, not only was he a phenomenal boxer, but he was one of the best guests ever on the Howard Stern Show. he just lit up the airwaves when he was on the air. So funny, so charismatic, and just so great, top to bottom.
You won't lick a girl's vagina?
No, not right now.
And you never done any gay stuff, right? In your whole life? Never.
Oh, no.
Never.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I love Joe on the show because Joe was just funny. There was that time he came in and he started talking about spoopledoop, which I think was really funny. And then I always thought when he accidentally fell, even though people falling isn't funny, it really is. And when Joe accidentally fell and we made that the end of our CBS TV show for like 2 years, sort of like Mary Tyler Moore's cat meowing at the end. I love that. Joe just came in, he always had a story, whether it was cutting his toe off in the lawnmower or a lot of things. But, Joe was just a part of the family.
What does that mean when a man has 4 or 5 different wives?
Not doing the job.
You're not doing the job, right? The women he's not doing the. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Amen.
He had a great sense of humor about himself and about the situations he was put in. So whether it was bringing in, Marvis or someone else, or him just coming in on his own, he was an entertainer first, and that's why he succeeded. You almost forgot he was a legendary boxer who can beat the crap out of anybody around. He was more of an entertainer. You saw that personality shine, and Howard really took to it. And of course, Howard saying that Joe Frazier was the greatest of all time, knowing Robin was such a big Ali guy, always made it interesting. So even though Howard doesn't know anything about sports, he did know about Smoking Joe Frazier.
You know why they remember you? Because you pounded him so bad, all he could do is one magic trick. Yeah. And it's the same goddamn magic trick.
I told him it's
He made says he will always remember Frazier with respect and admiration. Ali, who was involved in 3 legendary fights with Frazier, also said the world has lost a great champion.
Right.
George Foreman.
Joe Frazier got me, can't you see?
Joe, even though you're gone, your voice will live on with the Stern Show, and we miss you, buddy. Rest in peace, pal.
Your black heart, so sweet. The angels. It's your voice.
What's up, fellas? What's up, Jeff? How are y'all? Hello, Howard, world. How y'all been? My name is Joe Frazier.
You say,
Welcome once again. We have one of the greatest pugilists of this fistic era. Not in the program, Smoking Joe. Good morning, y'all.
Do you reveal your penis size in this book?
Huh?
You got a big one, right?
Huh?
You got a big...
My fits?
Not fits. You know what I'm talking about. I told Joe when he was alive he was the greatest, and that what Muhammad Ali said to him was disgusting. And I like to see that Muhammad said something nice about Joe. And Joe Frazier was a great guy and a great guest, and I will miss him.
We will all miss him.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with Jon Hein and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
So on Monday's wrap-up show, we were talking about the guests that were on the show, and one of the guests was a transgender person, and somebody called in who was a transgender person, I presume, and said that they had a vagina. And I said, I don't think you have one because it can't be a workable thing. And we got into this whole altercation where she was mad at me, but I wasn't mad at her. I was just trying to bring out a point. But you should check it out and see what happens.
Now we're going to move on to Raji, who came in, who is transgendered and has cement in her face and in her ass. And
that was a tough story. I mean, I felt really bad for her.
Well, when you heard her explanation, though, about the doctor who did it, basically did the same thing and was also transgendered, I guess there was some kind of level of trust there.
Yeah, the other thing I think I got out of this whole thing, taking away transgender and all that other stuff, if something's way cheaper than it should be, there's probably a reason why.
Yeah, you get what you pay for in a lot of cases. Did you know that tranny was an offensive term? That's what ISIS was saying.
Really? I didn't know that. What do I know?
Are you going to stop using it?
Me?
Yeah.
Did I? I don't know. Did I use it?
Well, I mean, would you say, hey, the trannies are here?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, would you?
Ronnie always says that.
Yeah, I guess so.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess I would.
I'm still on the fence about whether I'm stopping using it or not.
Yeah.
So what did you think of Raji and ISIS today? ISIS came in late.
ISIS, I saw everybody before they came in all together, and she was scary looking when I walked in the room. You know, it was kind of I didn't know what to say to her. You know, you don't know what to say, but I mean, ISIS was cute. You know, what can you say? It's like I was talking to one of the guys out here. I won't mention who it was, and he said, on a good night with a few drinks, you would never know what you were doing.
Well, the question I was asking around the office, and I'd like to try to get an answer. ISIS is, for all intents and purposes, a woman now.
Right, she has a fake vagina.
So if you marry ISIS, does that make you gay? That's the same silence I got from everybody else.
If you're legally, you're gay, and technically, I think you're definitely committing a gay act. I think, but it depends if your desire for her is as a woman, then you're not. I don't think.
Yeah, but what would be the difference if you didn't know that she had the operation?
That's what I'm saying.
And you met her in a bar and you tried to pick her up, and then found out she had a cock.
Well, if you,
it's still the same difference. You're still going out with a guy.
No, that's what I'm saying. Technically, it's a gay act.
She's got a fake hole there
it's
now.
Technically a gay act, but I think if someone desires her because they think she's a woman or think he's a woman, then they're doing it for a heterosexual reason.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
it's a gay act. I agree with you.
But
there's nothing wrong with it if that's what you're into.
I don't think so either.
How is it a gay act if she's a woman now?
Well, I mean, like if a man rapes you, you had a homosexual act, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But you didn't desire it.
What I'm saying is that, is she a woman now? She's had the full sex change operation. Is she a woman, or is she a woman that used to be a man, which we know to be the truth?
To me, she's still a tranny.
But she's got all the working parts of a woman.
No, they don't really work. Now, you know that. Now, stop it.
How do you know that?
They don't work.
Experience?
No, they don't work. How could they work?
How could you say they don't work? How do you know that for a fact?
Dude, the way remember when somebody, I forget who it was, explained how the operation actually works? Yeah, it's not. Dude, it's still a guy.
I think it's nice to treat her as she wants to be treated, as a woman. However, every cell in her body is a male.
I just think it's my favorite part.
That's actually wrong.
Uh-oh.
Wrong.
Okay, who's this?
This is Diane in New Jersey.
Yes,
what was your original name, Diane?
How you guys doing? It's kind of ironic that the first time I actually finally get through, and after listening since I don't know the early '80s, it's to criticize.
Diane, were you born a woman?
No, I was not. But there's just it's really kind of ironic that so many Howard and you guys are also gay and lesbian friendly, and you seem to really know your stuff. But when it comes to trans people, you are like completely clueless.
Well,
I mean,
how are we
First
clueless?
off, it's not a gay act. Okay, number one. Okay, I've been married to my husband. It's going to be 10 years now. He dated exclusively, women that were born women. All before that, and when we have sex, like he puts his penis in my vagina. So I don't see how that could be seen as gay.
Well, I think Diane, Ronnie says that there's no way your parts can work.
Right.
Well,
that your vagina used to be.
Ronnie doesn't have my parts. I have my parts, and they work.
But work how? In other words,
you don't feel it. I'm sorry. There's no way.
Yeah, I feel it. Believe me.
Yeah. Maybe
Well,
you
how
feel.
would you not feel it?
Maybe you feel the pressure of it going in. There's no way you feel the same thing a girl feels. I'm sorry.
How
it's
would you know
impossible.
that?
Oh, please.
How is it impossible?
I've heard doctors
This is
talk
like
about
arguing-
this stuff,
is like
dude.
arguing
Come on
science
now.
with an idiot.
Hey, Diane.
Yeah.
How would you, in a short sense, define a gay act?
Two men or two women doing something together.
So
sexually.
a lot of people would technically consider you biologically a man.
Right. In other words, Diane, if you were going to the Olympics, say, and it had to scrape your cells, would your cells come up as a woman or a man?
Well, chromosomally, they're male, but everything else is female. I mean, here's the thing: you're getting hung up on like one thing. I mean, do you go around testing the chromosomes of every person that you've ever met?
Actually, look, Diane, I'm not knocking you at all. I don't, whatever turns everybody on, it's fine with me. It doesn't bother me.
It's not even.
No, I'm not talking. I'm just trying to bring something out. Listen to your voice right now.
Yeah.
You do not sound like a woman. I'm sorry.
Well, that's because
I'm sorry.
you knew that before you. That's because.
Oh
you
no!
knew
As soon as you
before
got on the phone, I knew when he said hi, I knew you were a guy.
Diane, I got to go with Ronnie on this one. It says on the board, it says Diane from New Jersey, and it says Howard Stern supports gays but gets weird around transsexuals. So I thought we were talking to a woman. The reason I asked you were you born a woman was because I did hear it in your voice.
Here's the question: do you like
Well, because
popping
but here's the
pimples
thing,
on your
Gary,
husband's
you
back?
had- I'm sorry, John. I didn't.
That
What was
is
the question?
It's okay. Go ahead. Say what you're going to say, Diane.
The reason is, of course, you had that specter raised in your mind. I can tell you honestly, I'm on the phone, normally all the time. Never, ever does anyone ever say sir or mister or anything like that. It just doesn't happen. And this is, I'm talking, it's been, I transitioned over a dozen years ago.
Well, Diane, why do you feel that Howard, you said, supports gays but doesn't support transgendered people?
Well, because he doesn't know. I mean, he gets like really weirded out, and he uses the wrong terms. He doesn't understand the difference. You guys were just saying before, you don't even understand like why tranny is offensive, or like you get an idiot like Ronnie there that thinks he knows how my parts work.
Hey, we're getting towards
Dude,
the show.
First of all, I don't know why you're calling me an idiot. I didn't insult
Okay,
you.
does
I'm
that
trying
mean
to
that
I'm trying to talk to you in a nice way, and now you're calling me an idiot. Okay, we had what's her name? What's his name comes up here?
What's her?
Our old friend, the one who got Siobhan. Okay, she came up here with her and showed us her thing. That's no way that thing is real. It smells. There's no way it works. Okay,
You're talking about
she's got to wash it out with a hose.
Have we
Okay.
ever done a contest where we have just the vagina and try to pick out the fake one?
No, but
Ronnie, you understand why Diane's offended. Basically, you're
I'm
saying
not
you said
trying
she has
to
a fake.
offend.
You said she has a fake hole. I mean, you don't see why she'd be offended by that? By calling it a fake hole?
Well,
because to her,
what
clearly
do
it
you,
isn't.
John? What do you call it? What do you call it? Do you think it's real? Do you think she feels anything? You're asking me. I'm asking you now. What do you feel?
Ronnie, I haven't gone through the experience of having that done to me. I don't know how it feels.
Well, what's your gut feeling?
Thank you, John.
I'm listening to when Siobhan talks about it, who had the same operation, basically said she really doesn't feel anything.
Well, and Siobhan had to keep a stent in it to keep it open. Remember?
John, go to your head. Give me an answer.
Hey, Diane,
come on, John.
Diane,
Can I get an
if I spray myself black, wear an afro, learn to dance, am I technically black then?
No, you're just Benji.
Oh my God! No, you're still Benji.
Diane, real quick, we only have 30 seconds. Go ahead, make your final point.
Well, the point is right there what Ronnie was saying. Just like anything else, there are good doctors and there are bad doctors that do that kind of surgery. And Siobhan obviously is kind of a nutcase to start with. Most people, like me, I'm married. I have kids that go to school. I do all the normal stuff. My neighbors don't know. My friends. It's just something that happened in my past.
Diane, can I ask you a quick question before we end?
Sure.
You say you have kids, okay?
Yes.
Did you give birth to these kids?
No.
Okay.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Diane, thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
What if she had, Ronnie?
Checkmate, Ronnie.
Then I say it works. Then I'll say it works.
Hey, it's Gary Delabate, Baba Booey. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we talked about the bad day that I was having, how Howard yelled at me, how I yelled back at him, how Howard was mad at me for going to the Springsteen show, how DePace agreed that I shouldn't have gone to the show, and all the crap that went on the show that day. Here's how it went.
Gary, you were, I don't know, today was your day. You and Howard were really at odds from the get-go, and I wonder, first of all, did you think you were being cantankerous at all, or do you think that Howard was all over you?
Well, I think it started this morning when we had the problem with the page, and then once that's, you can't argue with Howard on the air. He's always going to be right. I never get to present my side, so the audience thinks I'm stupid. Then you get a bunch of emails from you're a fucking moron and all that other stuff. But when he said later on in the show, are you on edge? Listen, if you've ever had a fight with your wife and you haven't sort of rectified it, it's 2 hours later, you're still on edge.
So that carried over, the stuff that happened, because Howard can't see orange, that carried over until later in the show.
Yeah, and then, the whole, the whole condescending, the condescending attitude in general is probably what gets under my skin. But, Gary, it's almost like the way he was to me today was if I was a woman, oh, Gary, you must be on your period. You know what I mean? It was like that condescending.
Well, did you think it was that way from the Page stuff or later on with the tickets?
Later on. But even in the Page stuff, it got condescending. Gary, here's what I would do. Here's how you recognize colors. And here's what if you have a dog and this is what you do. And, he starts talking to me like I'm in third grade.
So you had more of an issue with his tone than you did with what he was, the subject matter.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
And were you able to remedy the situation? Is the color...
We were able to identify the problem. Now getting it fixed is the next issue.
And is it insulting when he says to you, well, why don't you talk to Jeff Schick? Why don't you talk to someone else? Like he was insinuating that you weren't exploring the problem. You were saying, yeah, it's a problem. We got to deal with it.
I don't know that Jeff Schick is available to me to do anything I want anytime I want. I could just as easily have called him and Howard and said, what are you bothering him with that shit for? And I don't know that the people from Profit are going to talk to Jeff Schick because he doesn't work for Sirius, and that's who they have the contract with. So, yes, I had not thought of that.
And do you think it's questioning your professionalism on the air, even though it happens a lot?
It is. It's sort of saying, you're not that bright, but I keep you around anyway.
And then with the tickets later on, he was saying he knew the situation. He was just telling you what he wanted done. But at that point, you were just pissed off.
Well, no, I didn't know the situation at all. And the last words I heard were Steve said to me, "This guy's already got tickets." So I said, this guy's already got tickets. Howard's like, "Yeah, I got it. Calm down." But I was in working with, I can't listen to every second of the show. I was in working with Scott on something that I wanted to get on the air right away. So by the time I walked back, I could not hear what had transpired.
And do you not want to go to Austin at this point?
No, I'll go to Austin. Of course I'll go to Austin.
I mean, you weren't the only one that Howard was taking issue with today. Scott DePace, during that whole Bill Maher thing, DePace, I don't know if he defended Rush Limbaugh, but I guess he did, and called Howard a hypocrite, and immediately Howard was all over you, Scott.
Here's the thing. Here's the difference I just want to say. He's questioning Scott DePace's politics and opinion.
Not his professionalism.
That's right. And that's where it gets under my skin.
Now, do you think Gary was a little too sensitive today with Howard, or do you think he had every right to go back at him?
Well, let's just say it definitely put Gary in a bad mood. So he was barking. He barked at me at one point. And
Gary
barked at me at one point.
Yeah, get John Lieberman in here, too. You want to hear about barking?
What
fucking threw him out of my office.
Gary gets in trouble from Howard, and then he starts taking it out on everyone else.
That's not true. I was barking at you because I was having that stupid argument with you during the show.
Howard brought up the Rush Limbaugh thing. As I always do to Gary, my way to get something through to the show, I'll say something to Gary. If he likes it, he'll put it through to Howard. So I said to Gary, Howard's being a hypocrite. Gary and I started having a quick conversation about it. During that, Howard then said, Gary, what did Bill Maher say? So I stopped the conversation so that Gary could answer him. Gary then started back with me going, what, you're not going to talk to me? Blah, blah. And I said...
That's not what happened. We were having a conversation. Yeah. Howard asked me a question. Robin started to answer it.
No, then Robin started to answer it because you didn't answer.
No, I did. She answered before I could even open my mouth. Go back and listen to the tape. She answered it very quickly. But what happened was Scott and I were having a conversation, and somewhere in the middle... it got lost what we were discussing. I was discussing one thing, he was discussing another thing. And then I said, you know what? Maybe just don't talk to me on the box during the show.
Hey Gary, I'm not saying it's right or wrong to fight back, but it did seem a little bit more to me, like out of character for you to the level you got. Do you think, like, is there something else going on? Are you stressed about something?
There's absolutely nothing else going on. I mean, I think it started yesterday. I started taking some shit from him on the air. And then, so I was probably a little bit, I could be on edge about that. You come in the next day and you go, is it going to be more of the same? And it was more of the same.
When the Springsteen thing came up, that's when you got your back up a little bit. Because you're like, why can't I go to the show?
Right.
It seemed like that seemed to be the issue.
Nor was I the only one from this channel that went.
Who else went?
I'm not going to say. But I'm not the only one that went.
I wouldn't go.
I wouldn't go because I wouldn't get a ticket.
But you weren't invited. What if it were? I put it all in perspective. What if it was
Pink Floyd,
Pink Floyd, or Dave Matthews?
Honestly, I was surprised that you went.
Were you?
Just because I know how if I had went, it would be a little different.
But hold on.
But
if
you're Howard's right hand man.
If Howard was so against the concert, then why did he give away tickets?
I don't know. I would guess that he's obliged to it, right?
He was not. He was not obliged.
Did it cross your mind at all?
It came up for a second. Someone else that went with me said, are we going to be looked at as turncoats for this? And I said, I don't think so, because Howard gave away tickets on the air. I think it's Howard's thing.
Scott, you think Gary was like personally insulting Howard because he went to the Springsteen show?
I think it was quite clear that Howard wanted nothing to do with that concert on the
Except
air.
he gave away the tickets.
About it. Okay, I didn't see that part, and I would think that he would want anyone on his team to really not participate in that event. I thought that's quite obvious, but you say the ticket thing. I don't know. Maybe Howard just felt like why hold the audience in his gripe and let me give some tickets out. But
I mean, I didn't go to the Springsteen. I went to the Springsteen show not as a show of support for Sirius or as a fuck you to Howard. I went to go see my favorite artist in a way that I was never going to get a chance to see him again.
Did you give any of the Sirius execs like mean looks or anything?
No. I hardly saw anybody there. I mean, saw a couple of executives, but it wasn't like you went in, you saw a couple people.
I'm not saying this at all to say you're a bad person, or I just think maybe you made the wrong call. But I don't. I mean, your allegiance is clearly with Howard.
I think that's pretty obvious.
But I think one question is, Gary, do you think Howard carried those feelings over from yesterday about you going to Springsteen to his criticism of you today?
I don't think that's the reason he got mad about the pages, but when he was breaking my balls, he managed to throw that in a couple of times.
Jay in Boston, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Good.
Good. I was just wanting to say that it's very clear over the radio that Howard is bullshit at Gary about going to the concert.
What do you mean?
I feel like Howard feels backstabbed by him.
And you think that's why all this stuff's coming up lately?
I definitely do. And, Gary, how many times have you seen Springsteen? 700? And you couldn't sit this one out?
I've seen him about 50 or 60 times, but if this was Madison Square Garden, I probably wouldn't have gone, but it was a way to see him that I've never seen him in my life. Probably never will again.
Luis in New Mexico, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hello.
Hey, Luis.
Hey, Gary, I'm a big fan, first-time caller. By chance, maybe you got into it with somebody on the staff? Because when you guys... When Howard was busting your balls, it kind of seemed like somebody had control of that switchboard. Because after he started hollering at you, it went back to, I guess, was it orange? When it was white?
No. I know what you're saying. We identified an issue. Nobody was fucking with me. It is a problem. It's a bug in the system that we found.
Why don't you put a number on it? If that said 24, and you can say, Howard, it's number 24. I don't. It's so easy. Why have something that's subjective?
24 isn't that easy to identify. When you get 50 numbers, it's as hard to find as it is in colors.
If you drop it in a slot and you know it's in slot 24.
But where's slot 24? There's 48 slots on a page. It's not that easy to find.
Well, it's like anything.
No, like an X and a Y.
There's 18,000 ways to do it, but if there were one row that had 10 and then the next 10, I think Howard can put 2 and 2 together. And it just seems like it's not subjective. A number is not subjective like a color is.
But that wasn't the issue today.
That's right.
Yeah, it was. It was about a color. They were going back and forth.
It had nothing to do with how complex the system was or not. JD actually pointed out the glitch, which surprised me and got Gary snapped at me a little bit when I was asking Gary, what is your reaction to the fact that JD identified the glitch, not the Prophet people? And that was the first time Gary snapped at me.
I thought that was a dumbass question.
The reason why...
No, and I'll tell you why, because the Prophet people weren't here. How could... In other words, anybody... Hold on a second, John. Anybody that could have worked on it hadn't even been called yet.
So
what your response was, anybody who knows the profit system would have been able to identify it, but you didn't. JD did.
No, I said that anybody who was working with the system that knows how to look for that stuff hadn't looked at it yet. So I don't know what the big surprise was. Yeah, cool. JD found it. He figured it out.
That's all I was asking
you were making it sound like, am I shocked that JD found it when a guy that works at the profit system couldn't find it? That's how I took it. I thought it was a dumb question.
As a reporter, they had just gotten into it. Then there was a break. So I asked Gary the question. I said, Gary, what do you expect from Howard during this break? And he goes, fuck you. Get out of my face. I've been doing this 30 years. I worked during the break.
I didn't say I've been doing this 30 years, but I did. I was pissed at him. I was just plain annoyed that he was following me at that point.
Were you surprised Gary reacted this way to you?
I was surprised at the fuck you. It was a legitimate question, and I thought Gary thought it wasn't. It's a legitimate question.
No, it is a legitimate question. I was just pissed
going
off.
in, what do you expect? And so, but look, Gary's always been very forthcoming with the news team. And secondly, he was getting it from all sides today. You had cameras in your face, microphones, all that.
Here's what I will say to you, John. I still hold fast that the first question was a dumbass question, and the second question was a legitimate question, and I was pissed, and I apologize.
Okay. Well, I disagree because you keep saying we found the glitch. JD found the glitch. Right?
Well, we are staff, sure.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant we, including yourself.
No, we here at the show.
Okay.
I didn't find anything.
Okay.
All right. I want to move on.
Nor did I ever insinuate that.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
Thanks.
Who came in? John looks dissatisfied with that answer, by the way. Why are you shaking your head, John?
No, I think it's a little disingenuous. Gary said a few times, we found the glitch, and I just wanted to pinpoint it because I think a lot of people back there were surprised. JD found the glitch. Scott, the engineer, then relayed that message to Gary. That's all I was saying.
Are you saying like I was taking credit for it?
You insinuated that you helped find the glitch, I think. Maybe I heard wrong, but that's what I thought. Did anybody else hear that? Or I'm not picking a fight.
No, I know. I just think I think you're being picky about when I say we found it. That's what I would say to Howard. And when I went in, I told Howard that JD in fact found it. I guess I was saying we when we were talking, but
in the greater we.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there was anything more to it than that. I think if you ask the staff here, I think you'll find that I'm the last person on the staff to try to take credit for what somebody else did.
We never do that.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, Sal was back to explain how he mispronounced Elle Macpherson's name as Ellie. But the great thing about Sal is that he'll never admit he's wrong. And we found out what Sal meant by why magazines talk, and it's just another fascinating insight into the mind that is Sal Governale. Not too deep, but thoroughly entertaining.
Jim in Pennsylvania, you're on the wrap-up show.
I wanted to talk about the Elle Macpherson thing.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to call bullshit on Sal not knowing how to pronounce her name because, I mean, for 25, 30 years, I've never heard anybody call her Ellie. I mean, if there was an I in her name, I'd say, yeah, you could get that confused, but E-L-L-E, I mean, come on, he knew Howard would pick up on that.
Jim,
I knew it.
I swear to you, on the life of my children, if you were in here yesterday and you saw Sal, right, doing it, there was no hint of comedy at all, and when I cracked a joke about it again, and he looked at me and asked why I was bringing it up, he looked genuinely surprised.
Sal, first of all, I don't think Ellie Macpherson from Ellie or however the hell it's spelt is such a huge stretch.
But
I think
we're not.
If there was a name, B-E-L-L-E, what's that name?
Belle. Belle. No, B-E-L-L-E.
Yeah,
like Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Exactly. Take away the B.
Would you think the L, I guess. L, good point. I mean, but that's like but that's like McKine. That's like spell machine McKine.
But Sal,
it's the same thing. Pronunciation.
You know Belle's the right way to say it, right?
Yeah.
So if someone started calling Belle Belly, wouldn't you think they're a moron?
Belle to Belly, yes. L to Ellie, no. Ellie's probably a popular name. It sounds like a feminine name.
Okay, here's the other thing too. I'm going to even toss out the spelling thing.
I just made a mistake on a name.
I'm going to toss out the spelling part of it.
Okay, toss it
She
out.
really is an iconic figure of the last 25, 30 years.
Not on my radar, my friend. She's really not on my radar. I'm telling you, she really isn't.
Was Cheryl Teagues on your radar?
When I was a kid, yeah.
Right, okay.
Ellie wasn't. I mean, Elle wasn't. she really wasn't on my radar.
She's probably one of the.
I don't
top
think so.
5 best-known supermodels.
Top 3, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I'm not in that department, and maybe I was busy looking at Penthouse at the time. I know Cheryl Tiegs. I know Christy Brinkley. I know Mrs. McPherson.
Howard's other point this morning was, even though she might be outside your wheelhouse, that she's been talked about here for like the last week or two.
And on the show, Howard said
I'm busy.
But the whole day, Howard goes,
I'm busy.
So, Elle, how are you doing? So, Elle, what did you do? So, Elle, when did you get married? Did you not hear that?
Yes, I did. And
did you think he was doing it wrong?
So, Gar, how you doing? Not Gary. Gar,
right,
how you doing? I mean, that's how. I mean, and
Makes
again,
sense now.
I think you guys are just like you're putting me on a petri dish under a microscope, and you're really. You're just scrutinizing every little thing. It's not that big of a deal. I know you find it to be a big deal, but Elle Macpherson, Elle, is not that big in my world, and I think in the entertainment spectrum as you guys are making her out to be. And everybody fucks up. Who's the drummer from, all right, he's been here 3 times. Who's the drummer, Gary, from the Foo Fighters?
Well, I thought it was Dave Grohl, but it's not.
It's who?
Taylor, and I don't know what his last name is.
All right. Taylor Hawkins.
Okay.
Today, Howard called him Taylor Hawks. He screwed up. He interviewed the guy 3 times. He's a popular drummer. He's in the spectrum of the entertainment industry.
I don't think Taylor Hawkins is anywhere near the recognizability of Elle Macpherson.
But Howard did interview him 3 fucking times.
Now, do you think if you brought that up to Howard's attention, he'd fight you on it and say, no, Hawks, I meant to do it on purpose. Right. He'd say, you know what, yeah, I was wrong. I said his name wrong.
I'm wrong, too, but I don't think that not as wrong as you think I am. I'm just not as wrong.
The best thing today.
I'm wrong. I'm not
and
stupid wrong.
And the reason why I didn't go to Howard to argue it is because it's Howard. I waited to do it here.
The great moment today was
I'm no idiot.
I was waiting to go in and do my update.
Well, maybe a little bit.
And Sal comes over to me. He goes, I knew it was Elle. And I go, no, you didn't. And he's
I knew it.
And he goes, Jesus, I can't even pull that off. Like, he tried to, and
Yeah.
he didn't know it. It was a mistake. It was funny. But Jason's right. The issue wasn't the mistake. It was more how you fought it with Robin telling her that magazines don't talk.
Yeah, she goes, can't you read magazines? Yeah. You can read but if I read phone on a magazine, I would phone. You know what I mean?
What? No.
Like,
I don't know what you mean.
Like, she's saying just because it's written, you should be able to announce it.
Yes.
If I see phone on a magazine, yes, you don't say phone, you say phone. A magazine doesn't speak. That was my point.
Did
Robin,
you think it was called Ellie Magazine?
He did.
Oh, she has that magazine. That's right. That's the magazine. I didn't even know that. Now it's all coming. I've heard of the magazine, sure.
What about VOGUE? That one is
okay. If
it's Vogue.
Vogue.
Well, right. If a magazine could speak, you would say they would say Vogue. Otherwise you would see it as Vogue. Robin.
Oh, you wouldn't.
I'm saying Robin. Guys, the point I'm trying to make is that Robin's argument doesn't hold water. She's saying that it's written on the magazine. That doesn't matter. I guess now that it's a cover of a magazine and it's a popular magazine, I know what she's saying. But even then, I don't know. I know the magazine, Elle Magazine. Elle,
Yeah. Anthony in Texas, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Anthony?
Hey, first of all, happy birthday, Gary.
Thank you.
I'm talking about what's the name, Sal. I've heard of Elle Macpherson before, but she's not somebody, on somebody's radar like you would a Christy Brinkley or something like that. I mean, I grew up with Cheryl, I don't know, it just, you don't really think about her, I mean.
Yeah, but Anthony, you said her name. It's Elle Macpherson.
Yeah, not Ellie Macpherson.
Yeah, but he also heard he knows it now from the show. He was corrected just like
you're saying that he didn't know it before yesterday?
Well, he perhaps, maybe not, but he said she's not big in the spectrum of
By the way,
celebrities out
there. Did he just say he's also a fan of Kristen Brinkley?
He said Christy Brinkley.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's funny because I think Christy Brinkley and Cheryl Tiegs, I think Elle Macpherson falls right in there.
Did you think Elle Magazine was named after, or Ellie, whatever you want to say
when I heard Elle Magazine, I'm thinking perhaps she is a model, and Oprah has the O Magazine, maybe Elle's Elle Magazine. I don't read modeling magazines. I don't read female magazines unless they're naked spread eagle.
I picture Sal looking for a magazine.
That's the only female magazine I read.
Were you looking for a magazine with the letter L on it, and that's it? I
wasn't looking for any magazine.
All right, thanks for calling in, Ted.
It was Robin. Robin said, when Robin said, "Don't you know the name from the magazines?" I thought she meant it on a broad spectrum. Like Elle is interviewed in numerous magazines. She's a supermodel. I didn't know she specifically meant Elle magazine.
So you thought she was talking about the person in a magazine.
Exactly. Like, don't you read?
That actually makes the magazine's Don't Talk comment much more interesting.
Well, yeah. Thank you, Gary.
What did Ronnie get? Let me see.
Bottom right in yellow.
Ugly
I've
meter
never had
results.
this.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
I'll let you announce it.
Listen, Ronnie is a 0.
No. Are you kidding?
0. Lower than Jay Leno.
Are you
Read
kidding?
Read it. But Ronnie,
You want to
come
get
here.
the text?
Come here. What? I swear, take a look.
Get out of here.
Look at that.
There you
Thank
go,
God.
right there. On the bottom.
Fuck off.
Wow.
What does that mean, a 0?
He's never even seen
What does
a
it say?
zero.
Okay, well, it says his head size, like ratio, is only 1% off, which is pretty good, but it says his eyes are extremely too small and way too far apart. That's where he's losing most of his
point.
And his mouth is 34% narrower than it should be for his face. So his nose is all right, but
Suddenly I feel hot. Let's go to Joe. Joe from Philly. Hey now.
Good morning, Howard.
Good morning.
Howard, did you happen to... I'm sorry, are you there?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Howard, did you happen to hear there was a news brief played over the weekend on your station, and it was with Shuley and JD. And I just thought this was so telling. I know how you're attached to JD. I know you have a special place in your heart for him. But he refers to himself in the news brief as JD Harm whatever. I mean, he doesn't even finish his own name.
Wow. You know, I did detect,
Is he better since his high score?
Yeah, I did detect that the ugly meter thing, and he scored in the 50s. He suddenly got some sort of confidence. I understand on the wrap-up show yesterday, he hardly funked at all.
Yeah, he stood up straight.
Whatever.
As soon as he got his score. What do you think JD's going to be?
I bet you JD's a 46.
I just want to be over 50.
I'm going to say... I'm going to say he might be a 45.
Yeah, but so you're saying he's better looking than him.
But
it's a symmetry thing.
But does that app take into consideration his triple chins?
Hey,
what did JD score?
All right, you guys are pretty good. He came in at a 52. So
I'm Mr. Handsome.
Dude, did it help you in some way? Because it seems like you're walking around a little more confident or something.
Not really. And when I was talking...
he's back.
Take it again. He needs to remember he's a 52.
Why don't you put yourself on that thing every day? Robin's right. What?
When I was talking in this news brief, I might have been talking about my Twitter. And my Twitter is JD Harm. There's no, like...
Yeah, but it's not JD Harm whatever. You should be JD Harm whatever. You should get that name.
Well, someone's probably already got it now.
Oh, I see.
He did. He was talking about the girl on Big Bang Theory allowing him to follow her.
Oh, is that the one that you thought you were stalking her or something?
I guess there was a Twitter bug or something.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, but now we're following each other.
Oh, so she let you in.
She let me in.
And she heard I was at 50. What was your score on the ugly meter?
52.
52. Look at you. You got it memorized. That was a big day for you yesterday, wasn't it? You were expecting to be shot down again with like a 12 or something.
Boy, you know, that effect does not last long.
I'm glad I got over the 50 mark. That's all
By the way, is there anything funnier than Fred doing JD or Eric the actor? I mean, come on. I was listening to the replay of Eric the actor yesterday, and Fred was going like on a mad tear, like, you know.
I know.
Well, he was very inspirational yesterday, I have to say. Thank you for calling in, Eric.
You should like get a business card, JD, with your number on it, like 52. Just say, you know, some chicks.
I'll change my Twitter thing, but 52 on the ugly meter.
Did you goof on Ronnie at all about a 0? A lot of guys were in the hall goofing on him.
I didn't really get to talk to him much, but it is funny.
Is anyone out there throwing the 0 at him?
Of course.
Yeah. Get a 0. I mean, that's not cool.
I agree with Robin. I think it's because that big bush he's got on his face.
It threw the meter off.
It's not used to that sort of thing.
Does Ronnie have the worst facial hair, Robin? Be honest.
No, he doesn't have the worst facial hair of anybody on earth.
Because it is like a Wyatt Earp mustache.
I love when guys start carving things in their hair, you know, making designs.
What kind of design? It's not a design.
Is everyone busting balls about your 0?
Dude, I don't really.
Yes, you do.
Does.
No, I don't.
Stop it.
You really believe that bullshit?
Yeah, it seemed pretty accurate.
Oh, please, get away from me. Those guys are the biggest users that ever walked through the door here.
What's your theory?
My theory?
Yeah.
As far as what? My 0?
Yeah.
Dude.
How do you figure?
How do I figure?
Yeah.
They can do anything they want with that picture. They can make it to look like shit any way
you think they
want.
manipulated the picture, or
and they decided to give you a 0?
Just figure out what they got out of that shit yesterday. They got airtime like they wouldn't believe. They got airtime right into the wrap-up show.
Right.
And when the guy walked out the door,
so you don't think you are a 0?
Wait. When the guy walked out of the little bald ugly guy walked out of the studio yesterday,
yeah,
he goes, "Thanks for being such a good sport," with a big smile on his face.
So you think it was rigged?
Oh, I know it was rigged.
You know what?
Without a doubt in my fucking mind.
A guy. I got to tell you something. I met a guy. He's a burn victim. He got a 25.
Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad.
What number do you think you should be?
Dude, I'm happy for him. I don't care.
But what number do you think you are?
I don't know.
You don't know your own number?
No.
What were you thinking you were going to get? You thought you were going to beat me. Tell the truth.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Meanwhile, I heard that Sal put a big 0 on Ronnie's back yesterday.
And he's walking around.
No, it said 0. It wasn't a big 0.
He put his 0. Oh, it said 0?
It said 0.
And you didn't know for a long time? That's not nice. That was not nice.
Whatever.
Ron. I don't think Ronnie's a 0. I think Ronnie's the man.
Bro. Yeah, I'm crying. I'm crying over the whole thing. Believe me. I'm crying.
No, you seem affected by it.
Yeah, I am. I'm very affected. I'm crying.
Get failing.
I'm not getting failing.
Get him.
I'm not getting him. He's running his bullshit camera in there. What do you want from me? I should get him? He was here.
Failing.
That's your problem.
Were you pissed?
No.
No,
it's just annoying when people just don't leave you alone.
I want to see that on TV, though. I want to see Ronnie walking around with a 0 on him.
He was really upset yesterday, Howard. He had like a lot of conspiracy. So the big conspiracy theory is that they rigged the picture. But then he even went back as far to say is that the psych test that he was given, that was also rigged against him.
Oh, right. Are you kidding?
So now I'm crazy and now I'm ugly. Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
That sounds about right.
Whatever,
not
dude.
crazy at all.
Right. So,
listen, they got what they wanted. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden they have an account on Twitter now too. Whatever, dude.
Yeah, you're on Twitter every minute. So, were people busting your balls on Twitter?
Of course. No, actually, I got a lot of good response from people.
Well, listen, man. You know one thing.
The usual dirtbag guys gave me, the usual shit. But I got a lot of chicks saying that's bullshit.
That you're good looking.
Yeah,
listen,
man.
there's one thing I know. You're a great security guy. I say you have eyes in the back of your head. I really do.
Thank you.
I do.
Yeah, thanks.
You know everything that's going on.
Yeah, you're constantly aware of what's going on around you.
Yeah,
and I love
thank
that.
you. That's because
But
my eyes are back here instead of up here.
No, you
that's
probably
why
know
I got
what's
a 0.
going. You probably know what's going on behind you right now.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Stupid ass.
Sal was holding up a big 0.
Yeah.
Way too long.
It was the shakiest zero I've ever seen in my life.
But no, I mean, I was bummed out about the 34. But what are you going to do? I got to go on with my life.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it wasn't a great score for me. But it is weird. You think you're better looking than JD, don't you? I mean, were you surprised he was a 52?
I would say Ronnie's better looking than me.
You would?
I don't know what the hell they did.
Who would you have sex with, Robin?
Why do you think that they chose you to be the
because
zero?
they know that it blows up into a whole thing with me.
He's the big name.
I'm sensitive. Stop it now. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, why did they choose you to be a zero?
Because they know it blows up. Like, look what happened with the psych test.
Right.
It went ballistic in here with me.
Right. So you think...
No, you went ballistic.
Yeah,
but then why did Doug
saying.
Goodstein get a 20-something?
Well, you talk about somebody being bummed out.
Yeah.
There is somebody who's bummed out.
Yeah, I heard he's like very upset with his score.
I mean,
I'm not upset at all. I don't know what you're talking about, Ronnie.
Yeah, that's not what I heard, dude. That's what you guys in the control room told me.
Well, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, okay,
why do you think when those guys were figuring out who to give the 0 to, and they did that to you, why did they give him a 20? Because he doesn't get on the air all that much.
I don't know, dude. I'm telling you. That's my theory. I don't care.
And
Lieberman couldn't sleep last night. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, Lieberman
Is that true?
He told me he couldn't shut up. His girlfriend was like telling him to shut up already. Like all night. He didn't stop talking about it.
Why would you tell your girlfriend that you're an 18?
No.
Beth called me. She goes, "Why are people telling me about some ugly thing?" And I go, "Oh, because you got a 92." And she goes, "What do you mean a 92?" I said, "You tested higher than Angelina Jolie." She goes, "Oh, that's ridiculous. They probably just used a good picture of me or something." I said, "No, you just tested high."
Lieberman supposedly...
I didn't tell her I'm a 34. Yeah. Hey, Lieberman, why did you tell your girlfriend you're an 18? What the fuck is wrong with you?
She heard it on the air, and so she knew I was concerned about it. She heard it on the wrap-up show, actually, and all I said was, and I stand by this, and now the song even confirms it, that now I am defined by this for all of my days moving forward within Howard Stern. That was my concern.
I got to tell you, man, I mean, I'm a guy and I'm not gay, but you're good looking to me. I mean, you seem a lot more attractive than some of these other gavones.
Exactly. That's my point, Howard.
He said he doesn't take still pictures well.
Yeah. He says he doesn't still photograph well.
He said historically it's known that he doesn't still photograph.
Historically. Who historically knows you don't photograph well?
It's in the past, when I've had to take publicity photos or something, we had to do multiple shoots because I really don't. I don't still photo well. I'm better on video.
So moving around, you're like a Brad Pitt. Like, when you're standing still, you're like ugly.
Oh, my. Exactly. It's all about the movement.
It's true. I always see you moving, to tell you the truth. Shuli, did you get tested?
No.
Yeah. I don't. You're smart. Stay away from that thing. The Mishkite.
What is going on around here?
I love Shuli. Shuli's a good man. Shuli's handsome. I think Shuli's a good-looking dude.
Yeah, I don't know why you're giving Shuli a hard time.
We got some crew around. I think the average score was 12. Well, anyway. Hey, John, look at it this way. You scored like a whole 2 points higher than Richard's asshole.
Oh.
You know.
That's a huge honor.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I mean,
play the song. Hey, where's the new John Lieberman song for his intro? That's the best.
How does a cock get a better score than my face?
Lieberman got 18 on the ugly meter.
What'd you say?
How does a cock get a better score than my face?
You tell me.
It makes no sense. That's why it that whole app thing makes no sense.
It's all in the bone structure.
Yeah, the bone structure. That's the ugliest dick I've ever seen.
Ralph, go ahead.
I'm with Ronnie. That app's ridiculous because from what I understand, it measures symmetry on your face, and most people's faces are not symmetrical. If you took Howard, you're a photographer, you took a picture of somebody's face dead on, you cut it in half, and then put those two halves together.
All I know is JD did really well.
Yeah, that's why I'm
a home. And I got to admit, I'm looking at JD now. He looks pretty good today. You know, it's like
he looks goofy. You're better looking than him.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh no, man.
All right, Ralph, you can hang out now.
Thank you, Ralph.
Sorry to wait on
This app just causes trouble.
Thanks, buddy.
Ralph is very attracted to me. In all fairness, I have to. In full disclosure. Thank you, Ralph.
You're very handsome. I'll see you later.
bunch of guys telling each other how good looking we are. Well, JD, I was kind of happy for you, quite frankly, because like yesterday you almost sounded confident.
Yeah.
Now you're back to being.
Well, he was
mess.
happy when he walked out of here. Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, I saw it. He had a whole like happy walk.
I was okay, and then Garrett got his score and said to like "fuck you, triple chin asshole" or whatever.
Yeah, now he's back to being a
Put
mushroom.
him right back in the prepper.
Hold up.
Wow.
Big weekend for JD.
Why?
Chicago and Arizona.
Oh, yeah?
Block party?
Yeah.
Couldn't get a chance to get on stage with those good looks.
Give all the girls a thrill.
Hey, ladies, 52 is here.
That's right.
I got some girls supposedly responded on Twitter in Chicago are coming to see JD.
All right, let's break some hearts.
Like they want to have sex with him?
I don't know about having sex with him. They want to hang out with him. That's up to him once he,
He's got to close the
I'll
deal.
open the door.
Yeah.
He's got to close it.
Yeah.
Are you excited about that?
I was telling Shirley, I would like to be able to focus on that, but I can only focus on the show and like
what?
What about after the show?
Having the show, okay, that's the problem. I'm more worried about the show going well and people being happy for what they pay for.
What are you worried about that train wreck for?
Because
it's not going to go well. I can tell you that. How do you think
someone has to worry about it?
How do you think the show is going to go well with Ronnie and you?
If Shuli's not worried about it, what are you worried
Trust
about?
me, he's worried.
No, he's not. He's not worried.
All you got to do is get up and say a couple of things to the crowd.
I know. I just,
And you're saying you can't bang this chick that Ronnie's going to? Is she hot?
On Twitter, she looks hot.
Is she sending you pictures of herself?
Well, she's got her, avatar picture.
Let me see it.
I don't have it with me now. I'd have to look for it.
And she's saying she's coming to see JD. She's romantically interested in him?
She didn't say that. She just said she wanted to meet him.
Like back at the hotel?
Yeah, well, she heard the stuff that was going on in the show.
Right.
And she said she wanted to meet him at the show. She didn't say anything about hotels.
Well, hey, at least you got an entree.
You don't know.
There's plenty of recon going on.
Yeah, but you know he's going to fuck it up. Because like he's going to get with her and then all of a sudden she's not. He's going to be like,
Well, I'm not going to stand there and give instructions in the bedroom.
What does it mean, plenty of recon going on?
But then again, maybe I should. Maybe I should do that.
No, can't you help him at least get her? Like, can't you help the conversation in the beginning?
I will try.
I was watching that Matchmaker show on TV.
But I'm a 0, so how am I going to work with you? You're a 52.
Yeah, but that's the point. You're a 0, and meanwhile, you do better than him.
Okay.
And he's got 52 points on you, and he still fucks it up. Hey, he's so not confident.
When he said recon was going on.
We're just he's talking to people.